Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
So now let us move on to the discussion of the back exercises. So what do we mean by intelligence? Again, this is something that we have learned. So intelligence is the manner in which an individual, a person, deals with the facts and the problems and the situations that one deals with. Okay. So who proposed the theory of intelligence? So we have seen that there are multiple psychologists who have proposed the theory of intelligence. And according to each one of them, there is a different definition and a different meaning of intelligence. The theory which can be used to construct a set of ability tests. So what is that theory of intelligence that can be used to construct a set of the ability tests? So those ability tests were set by the two-factor theory given by Spearman, which we have the G and the S factor test. The formula for IQ is MA, that is the mental age divided by the chronological age into 100. In which fields do the girls excel? Now the girls there is no particular field in which the girls excel because, it has been clearly stated by the psychologists that intelligence has got no relation to gender. There is no specific gender that can excel in one field or the other. Why do we multiply the formula of IQ by 100? Because 100 is the average intelligence quotient that is required in a person. The two definitions that prove that intelligence is an ability to learn. If you remember at the beginning of your chapter only, there were different definitions given of intelligence. And ability to learn, we had definitions by Buckingham, Spearman and Thurston. So 3 psychologists had defined intelligence according to the ability to learn. You can write any 2 out of them. The definition of intelligence according to Binet. So what was the definition of intelligence? According to Binet, it is the ability of an individual to direct his behavior towards the goal. Okay, in defining intelligence, Thurston used the letter 1S. What is the, meaning of the character 1S? So, the S that Thurston used in the definition of intelligence was the space factor. What is the general belief about the inheritance of intelligence? It is believed that every child has a G factor, which determines the basic intelligence that the child has inherited from one's parents, because that is the innate or the inborn intelligence that the child has. What is the relevance of the Spearman's two-factor theory? So Spearman's two-factor theory is more relevant and, accepted as compared to the earlier theories given by the other psychologists. Because according to this theory, obviously, it specifies that everybody has an average intelligence, that is the general factor, and on the basis of how well you are able to acquire new skills, your specific factor will keep on adding to your intelligence level. Write the characteristics of G factor. There are characteristics, there are 6 characteristics of G factor, which says that it is inborn, it is general mental ability, it is constant, differs from individual to individual, it is used in every activity of life, and greater the G factor, the bigger the success of a person. What are the 4 attributes of the anarchic theory? So the anarchic theory, what were the 4 attributes? Level, range, area, and speed. Describe the type of intelligence tests you can use to test the intelligence of illiterate and language handicapped children. We have the non-verbal tests that can be used. For example, the 2 examples, the tests that can be taken with the help of some diagrams, some pictures, some puzzles. What is the shape of a graph plotted between population and IQ score? It is a bell-shaped graph. The meaning and the nature of intelligence, we have discussed that. It is given at length in your book. The nature of intelligence, the nature of intelligence is very well stated in your book. When we said that intelligence is inherited, it is influenced by your environmental factors. Intelligence is, it helps you in adjustments and inventions. It has got no sex differences, no racial or cultural differences, and so on and so forth. Explain the different types of intelligence tests with examples. We have discussed there is a huge list of intelligence tests which are given in your book, and you're supposed to write them with these examples. Give a brief description of the group test. So group test, as the name in itself suggests, are those tests in which a number of people are tested together at the same time. It was first invented in America at the time of First World War when they had to select the soldiers for their army. And the group test can further be divided into verbal as well as the non-verbal tests. How can we calculate the IQ of a person? MA divided by CA into 100. Explain intelligence. We've discussed about it. You have to explain that. Write short notes on the use of intelligence tests. We've discussed about the usage, intelligence quotient, as well as the performance test of intelligence. Again, everything is clearly stated in your book under the same heads. No indirect, just the direct question. What are the types of intelligence as described by Gardner? The multiple intelligence theory. There are 8 types of intelligence tests. You'll have to name them and write about them. Differentiate between the verbal and the non-verbal tests. Verbal tests are those which will enable you to first read and then write the solution, while non-verbal tests are those that will enable you to answer on the basis of some diagram, on the basis of some picture, or on the basis of some graphs. Verbal tests are used only for those students or people who are literate, intelligent, language friendly, but those who are illiterate, have got no knowledge of words or languages, for them non-verbal tests are to be used. What do you understand by non-verbal test, and discuss in brief any individual non-verbal test of intelligence. Again, that is given in your book at length, wherein they have told everything about the non-verbal test. How can intelligence be measured if it is a vague concept? So how can one measure the intelligence? By determining the IQ level of the children. That is the most appropriate and acceptable level of measuring one's intelligence. And the last is, what do you understand by the term mental age? Mental age refers to the age of an individual on the basis of the intelligence level, on the basis of the skills and the knowledge acquired by that